You're listening to A Chapter a Day, a daily podcast. The Bible comes alive as we read a chapter out loud each day.
Hello, hello, hello. It is time for A Chapter a Day. It is May 22nd. We're reading 1 Samuel chapter 22. One chapter a day of 1 Samuel for every day of May. So 1 Samuel chapter 22, and here is what it says. All right, the subtitle is David at Adullam and Mizpah. David left Gath. Y'all remember yesterday, Gath. That's the place where he acted like a madman. It's hilarious. David left Gath and escaped to the cave of Adullam. When his brothers and his father's household heard about it, they went down to him there. All those who were in distress or in debt or discontented gathered around him, and he became their leader. Oh, he took, send me your poor, your, what's the thing on the Statue of Liberty? Anyway, he took all the people who were in distress, in debt, or discontented. From there, David went to Mizpah in Moab and said to the king of Moab, "Would you let my father and mother come and stay with you until I learn what God will do for me?" That's something bold. Go to the king, just ask. So he left them with the king of Moab, and they stayed with him as long as David was in the stronghold. I wonder if that means as long as he was struggling to not be killed by Saul. But the prophet Gad said to David, "Do not stay in the stronghold." Oh, no, it's a place. "Go into the land of Judah." So David left and went to the forest of Hereth. And then it says Saul kills the priests of Nob. Now Saul heard that David and his men had been discovered. And Saul, spear in hand, was seated under the tamarisk tree on the hill at Gibeah, with all his officials standing around him. Saul said to them, "Listen, men of Benjamin, will the son of Jesse give all of you fields and vineyards? Will he make all of you commanders of thousands and commanders of hundreds? Is that why you have all conspired against me? No one tells me when my son makes a covenant with the son of Jesse." Oh, he's so upset. "None of you is concerned about me. None of you is concerned about me or tells me that my son has incited my servant to lie in wait for me as he does today." But Doeg, the Edomite who was standing with Saul's officials, said, "I saw the son of Jesse come to Ahimelech, son of Ahitub at Nob. Ahimelech inquired of the Lord for him. He also gave him provisions and the sword of Goliath the Philistine." Then the king sent for the priest Ahimelech, son of Ahitub. I don't know how they want me to say it. Ahitub, and his father's whole family, who were the priests at Nob, and they all came to the king. Saul said, "Listen now, son of Ahitub." "Yes, my lord," he answered. Saul said to him, "Why have you conspired against me, you and the son of Jesse, giving him bread and a sword and inquiring of God for him, so that he has rebelled against me and lies in wait for me as he does today?" Ahimelech answered the king, "Who of all your servants is as loyal as David, the king's son-in-law, captain of your bodyguard and highly respected in your household? Was that day the first time I inquired of God for him? Of course not. Let not the king accuse your servant or any of his father's family, for your servant knows nothing at all about this whole affair. That's y'all's business." But the king said, "You will surely die, Ahimelech, you and your father's whole family." Then the king ordered the guards at his side, "Turn and kill the priests of the Lord, because they too have sided with David. They knew he was fleeing, yet they did not tell me." But the king's officials were not willing to raise a hand to strike the priests of the Lord. Somebody had some sense. The king ordered Doeg, "You turn and strike down the priests." So Doeg the Edomite turned and struck them down. That day he killed 85 men who wore the linen ephod. He also put to the sword Nob, the town of the priests with its men and women, its children and infants, and its cattle, donkeys, and sheep. But Abiathar, a son of Ahimelech, son of Ahitub, escaped and fled to join David. He told David that Saul had killed the priests of the Lord. Then David said to Abiathar, that day when Doeg the Edomite was there, I knew he would be sure to tell Saul, I am responsible for the death of your father's whole family. Stay with me. Don't be afraid. The man who is seeking your life is seeking mine also. You will be safe with me. Look at that. I love the way David took accountability. He's like, they only died because they were helping me out. That's a me problem. You can stay with me. So David, my two favorites, the two people I identify most with in scripture, for the most part, are Joseph, the dreamer, and David. Their faithfulness and their humanity. They got it wrong. They often got it wrong in some form or fashion, but they desired to get it right. So I love this scripture where we get to see more of David's character. All right, that was a chapter a day, and I will see you guys tomorrow for chapter 23. Have a good night.